Yes. So the last one what we have seen is how to get the product name wise yearly sum of total cost. And later we have seen how to split it by warehouse wise. Central warehouse separately, main warehouse, regional warehouse separately. Now, when I come to this dashboard sheet, I have a very big table, but I don't want this much bigger table. I want to bring only the top 10 or top 5. So I want to bring only the top 5 products, which is my top 5 products or top 10 products. That's very simple. Just make a right click on that particular product, any product name, make a right click. Any product name, make a right click. There are two methods to do it. One is make a right click here, go to filter. Under filter, you can see there is an option available called as top 10. So go to the product name, right click on the product name, and you can see there is an option called as filter. Under filter, you can see there is top 10 available. That's one method. Another method is if I go to the filter icon here, there is a filter icon, click on the filter icon. Under filter icon, you can see the value filter. Under value filter also, you can see the top 10 is available. Both ways, both are same. Right click, filter, top 10, or go to the filter icon, value filter, top 10. Both will land into the same screen. Now, instead of top 10, I don't want top 10, assume I want top 5, just for example. And top 5 products, which are all the top 5 products, which are all more products I have purchased or sold. So top 5, and I say okay. Yes, we are getting only the top 5 products. These are all the top 5. I may have hundreds of products, but I don't want to display all the 100 products. I want only the top 5 products. So right click on the product name and go to the filter, top 10. Or go to the filter icon, go to the value filter, top 10. Both are same. Okay. Now, we made one report. This report is fine. Now, we are going to create one more report based on the same sheet. So, in another few minutes, maybe today evening or tomorrow maximum, we are going to see how to create a report based on multiple sheets and multiple files. Multiple files, a sheet of every report. But as of now, we will deal with only one sheet. Let us go to the same exercise number 03. Maybe I will take this approval days. The requisition date is this and PO date. They have requested for this product on 1/1, but PO was received only on 7. So 6 days is difference between the 2 days. There is 28 days, there is 8 days, 18, 19, there are days going on. So I want to create a report. This days wise, approval days wise, sum of total amount. Approval days wise, sum of total amount. So we are going to create this report. But the challenge is we are going to create a report on the same sheet where we have already created a report. Create panna adhe report la, we are going to create one more report and we are going to connect both the reports together. The reporting connect panna porom. That's what we are going to do now. First, let us create a report. So place the cursor on this table. I place the cursor on the table. Go to the insert again. Same exercise number 03. Same exercise number 03. Go to insert, pivot, existing worksheet. Don't click on new sheet, existing worksheet, because already we made a dashboard sheet. On the dashboard sheet, I want the same report again. In the report, so go to the insert, pivot, place the cursor on sheet number 03, insert, pivot, existing worksheet. Go to the dashboard sheet. And where you want the report. Probably I want the report somewhere else here. And report inga varno. Or you can select any location, your wish. You can select any location also. Okay. And now let us bring the approval days. In the approval days, we are going to bring it to rows. Approval days I am bringing into rows. Let us drag the approval days and bring it into rows. And total cost, I will bring it into sigma. 1 day, what is the sum of total cost? 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. It goes on like this. But I don't like this. I don't like this report. This report is okay, but it goes very big. I want to know within 1 week how many approval has been done. Within second week, how many approval has been done. Third week, how many. Fourth week, fifth week, sixth week. So I want to group this. Last session we have seen how to group it by year wise. When you make a right click and go to group, yearly, quarterly, monthly is available. Now let us go to the numbers. This number, I'll make a right click on this number. Right click on this number. Go to group. Right click on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to group. Anywhere else on the group. It's asking what is my starting and what is my ending. What is the starting? What is my ending? So let me start from 1. Maybe weekly I want to check. 7 days once I want to check. 7 means I think let us check it for 63 days. 7 it will split. I think it comes under 63 or 70 days. Your wish. 63. The gap is 7. Weekly we have 7 days. So I want to check it for 7. So starting is 1. Ending is 63. The gap is 7. Okay. So now it has created a aging analysis. 1 to 7 days. What is the total invoices has been total cost? And 8 to 14 days. 15 to 21 days. 22 to 28 days. 29 to 35 days. 36 to 42. 43 to 49. 56, 50 to 56. 57 to 56. Okay. I repeat the process again. First, we have inserted a pivot. So place the cursor on exercise number 03. Already we have created a report. Top 5 product wise yearly sum of total cost. Now go to insert, pivot, existing worksheet, dashboard sheet. And I place the cursor here. Wherever you want the report. And I say OK. Let us drag the approval days into rows. And this total cost into sigma. Right click, group. Right click, go for group. And starting is 1, that's your wish. And ending is also your wish. Maybe 70 days, 54 days. 7 I want to split. So you can end it at any position. So I am ending at 63. 7 63 will not stop. You can stop 70, 80, 90. But 7 split. 7 So let us say 7. So 1 to 63 days, the gap is by 7. Okay. So 1 to 7 days, 8 to 14 days, 15 to 21 days, 22 to 28 days. Aging analysis. Aging wise. Now, tomorrow we are going to see how to make a drill down charts. Drill down how to make a charts. Today let us see a simple chart. Based on this top 5 product. Based on this top 5 product, I want to create a chart. Based on this aging analysis also, I want to create a chart. I think basics also we would have seen this. Creating a column chart in Excel is very simple, very easy. Place the cursor on the table. Place the cursor on the table and you can use the shortcut key. Alt F1. Alt F1 is the shortcut key for creating a chart. Some laptops you have to press Alt function F1. Some laptops you have to press Alt function F1. Some laptops you can straight away press Alt F1 to insert a chart in a same sheet. In same sheet. Same sheet. Alt F1. There is one more shortcut key F11. Before that, you should have placed the cursor in some area on this table. Empty area la cursor empty chart down. You have to place the cursor on some table. This will insert a chart on a new sheet. Insert a chart on a new sheet. New sheet. Okay. So Alt F1 or F11. So let me press this Alt F1. I place the cursor here. And I am pressing Alt F1. It has created a column chart in the same sheet. A column chart is created in the same sheet. I can increase the height and width based on your requirement. You can increase the height and width. One chart is created. This is one chart. So based on this top 5 product wise yearly, I have created one chart. Next, let us go to this table. For this table, I want to create a chart. But I don't want a column chart. I want a pie chart or a donut chart or some other chart. So place the cursor on the table. analyze, place the cursor on the table, analyze, pivot chart. So place the cursor on this pivot table, go to analyze and go to pivot chart. Pivot or pivot chart. So click on the pivot chart and which chart you want. Line, pie, bar, area, scatter, any chart. You can go to pie chart. Under pie chart there are various types of pie chart, donut chart, any chart, your wish. So you can select any chart. As of now, I will go with this pie chart, maybe donut. I select this donut chart. You can select anything. I am selecting this donut chart. Okay. Yes. So we have two tables and we have two charts. Two tables. First table is top 5 product wise yearly sum of total cost. Second one is aging analysis. 1 to 7 days, 8 to 14 days, 15 to 21 days, we have a chart. Now, final thing. Done? Clear? Yes. Finally, now we are going to connect all these charts, all this together. When I click, maybe for a warehouse, central warehouse, I want to see the top 5 product, aging analysis, this column chart, this pie chart. Maybe for the main warehouse, I want to see the same report. For the regional warehouse, I want to see the same report. And please do remember the name of the sheet. In the sheet would appear in Yabochi. Please remember the name of the sheet. So I have remembered the name of the sheet. Name of the sheet is dashboard. No problem. You are able to see it straight away here. We can see it here. Place the cursor on the table and go to analyze. Before that, I close this field list because the field list is not required further. I am closing this field list. So let us close this field list. Place the cursor on the table. Analyze. Insert a slicer. Before the break only, I think we have seen about the slicer. Analyze. Insert slicer. Click on that insert slicer. It's asking for what you want the slicer. For example, I want it for a procurement officer, warehouse, product name, cost, whatever you want. So let us say for warehouse. So warehouse wise, I want to know this report. So I selected warehouse. Okay. Now 3 warehouses are available: central warehouse, main warehouse, and regional warehouse. Now the last and final and very important step is after inserting the slicer, right click on the slicer. Right click on the slicer. After inserting the slicer, right click on the slicer, report connection. Right click on today and tomorrow also we are going to see more on this report connection. Report connection plays a vital role here. So right click report connection or go to the slicer. Under slicer also you can see there is a report connection. Both are same. Right click report connection. Slicer report connection. Both are same. So let me do any one of this. Right click report connection. Slicer report connection. Now it's asking. See the sheet name. In the sheet name, the sheet name is dashboard. Where are all this dashboard is available? The dashboard you have to make a tick mark. Wherever the dashboard sheet is available, you have to connect that this 13 and 8. It can be in any number. Your system like 5, 4, 10, 12, any number. So in my system it's 13 and 8. So let me select that 13 and 8. 13 is already selected. I'll select the 8 also. I'm selecting 8. Okay. Now what will happen is click on central. All the report will get filtered for central. Now I'm getting top 5 product for central warehouse. And chart is also for top 5. And aging analysis is also for top central. If you click on main, yes, all the 3 reports are getting filtered. Regional, all the 3 reports are getting filtered. So based on this, for 4 reports, all the 4 reports are getting filtered here. we come to Power BI, we will see the next level of this. This is the level of Power BI. So after this slicer also, we are going to see it in Power BI, which is next level. Multiple files, multiple sheet, multiple pages, you can slice it out if you are using Power BI. Okay, I'm repeating the process one more time. Place the cursor on any one of the table. Analyze. Insert slicer. Let me select that slicer. Maybe the slicer is for warehouse. And I say OK. And right click on this slicer and go to report connection and select both this report which is available in the dashboard sheet. The dashboard sheet la enna report irukko alladhum tick pannittu now say OK. Now select central. All the three report is showing for central. Main, all the three report is for main. Regional, all the three report is for regional. So one click we got multiple reports. Now before presenting this, let me go to the view tab. Actually I don't like this grid lines. The grid lines if you want you can have it. While presenting I recommend to remove that. Go to the view. Uncheck that grid lines. Grid lines are untick pannidunga. Formula bar. Because while presenting, I don't want this formula bar. I don't want this formula bar. So unchecking that formula bar also. Formula bar, I am unchecking it. Heading. Heading also I am unchecking it. Heading I am unchecking it. Yes. So three things I have unchecked. One is the grid line. Second one is the formula bar. Third one is the heading. Later I can check this. And we have a shortcut key. This we would have learned in basics of Excel also. The shortcut key is Control Shift F1. Some laptops you have to press Control Shift Function F1. Some laptops you have to press the function key also. Control Shift F1 or Control Shift Function F1. What will happen is it will show you only the reports available. Only the reports will be seen on your screen. And you have some extra space also where we can create more reports. Reports there are some extra space also available. You can create more reports. Now, if you click on central, all the 4 reports are central. Main, all the 4 reports is for main. Regional, all the reports is for regional. Control Shift F1. Okay. To come back again, same Control Shift F1 or there is a 3 dot on the top. You can click on the 3 dot on the top. It will come back. But Control Shift F1 is the best way. Control Shift F1. Comes back. Later, please select the formula bar. Please select the heading. Formula bar heading and tick pannirukkom. Later we want it. While writing the formulas in Excel, we need this formula bar. And this ABCD 1, 2, 3 is also required for my Excel sheets. So that's why this heading we are checking and unchecking. Formula bar also unchecking and checking back. Grid lines is your wish. Because grid lines is not common for all the sheet. Grid lines this is only for this. Previous sheet the grid lines will be there. But if you remove the formula bar, all the sheet the formula bar will get removed. If we remove the headlines, all the sheet the heading will get removed. In the sheet you put on heading or be careful on it. So please select the heading. Please select the formula bar. Grid lines is your wish. Grid lines is the okay. Now assume I am presenting this report to my management or someone else. They are asking 57 to 63 days. Long time approval it has took more than 57 to 63 days. 32 lakhs 88,000 sorry 3 crore 28 lakhs 81,000. I want to see the details of this. Details I want to see the details. What is the split of this? This 3 crore 28 lakhs 81,000. Can you show me the details of it? Very simple. I'll right click pannunga. Just make a right click on it and go to show details. Right click. Show details or double click on this. On the 3 crore 28 lakhs, just to make a double click. Just double click pannunga. On a new sheet, it will show you the report of this. This is a report of 57 to 63 days. What is the requisition date? What is the PO date? What is the approval days? What is the order number? Who is the procurement? How can I check whether my answer is right? Select only the total cost and see what is the total here. 3 crore. Yes, my total is right. On a separate sheet, it will give you the separate report. Just to make a double click on it or show details. When you make a double click, show details, it has opened a separate sheet called as detail 1, where it's showing the details of that. What is the details of that is, it shows on the top also. This is the details of total cost by approval days of 57 to 63 days. This is the details of that. Okay. And this sheet is just to show the details. You can make a right click and you can delete that sheet. If you don't want it, you can make a right click and you can delete that sheet also. Okay. Done? Clear? As I indicated, basic session, every session, everything seems to be clear. The challenges after the training session is over, you will get all sorts of doubts, questions and queries. Please do practice. So power pivots, power query, everything. Pivot is very easy to use. Use pandradhum romba easy dhaan, marandhu poradhum romba easy dhaan. Very easily you will forget it. So please do practice on it. One more chapter is pending. We'll see that chapter. Before that, I want you to try something. Let us go to the exercise number 4. Exercise number 4. We have invoice date, city name, invoice number, customer name, product name, category, cost, units, invoice amount, payment status, due days. Based on this, on a new sheet, pudu sheet la. On a new sheet, I want you all to create a report like this. Create a report, insert a pivot, customer wise sum of invoice amount, insert a pivot, customer wise sum of invoice amount, and filter top 10 customers. Only the top 10 customers has to be filtered. So I want only the top 10 customers. Create a report first. What is the report is? Yearly customer wise. Last session you created yearly product wise. But now I want you to create a report yearly customer wise. Sum of invoice amount. Filter top 10 customers. Top 10. Filter top 10. Here on top. Top 10. Top 10. Top 10. Top 10. Becoming all the only top 10. Yes, you will. Okay. How to do this? Top 20, top 50, top 100, anything is possible. I will tell you this. So, insert pivot table, new sheet. Let us go to the new sheet itself. Let us bring the customer name into rows, invoice date into columns, Customer name into rows, invoice date into columns. We got customer wise yearly, invoice amount into sigma. So it shows all my customers. I have 20 or 30 customers. But I don't want the 20 or 30 customers. I want only the top 10. Who has given more invoices for me? They are my top 10. So right click on the customer name. Right click on the customer name. Go to the filter. Under filter, top 10. Or go to the arrow mark. Under arrow mark, you can see value filter, top 10. Both are same. So go to right click, filter, top 10. You can customize this. I don't want top 10, I want on top 5, top 4, top 20. Or I don't want top, I want bottom, lowest. Maybe the rejection defects, we can go for lowest. Kammiyana reject on the top, kammiyana absenteeisms, we can go for bottom. But here I go for top 10 items. Based on invoice amount, correct. Who has given more invoice, they are my top customers. Yes. So now we got top 10 customers. But physically, you want to hide one customer. For example, I don't want this customer. We are not going to do any business. I don't want this customer. I want to remove the customer from a filter. There are two methods. You can manually go to the row label and you can untick that customer name, or you can place the cursor and you can use the shortcut key Control minus to remove the filter. If you don't want the filter, if you want to remove the filter, if you want to hide something, you can use the shortcut key Control minus to remove the filter. Or if you want to remove a particular person, Control minus. Now assume that it's showing the entire filter. I don't want this particular customer, means you can select the particular customer and Control minus. That customer will be removed from a filter area. That will be removed from a filter area. Control minus is the shortcut key for removing a particular one. Not top 10. Manually I want to remove some customers, means you can select it and Control minus manually. Okay, but let us go for top 10 itself. Right click, filter, top 10. Okay, so we have top 10 customers. Now, normally, who is finishing first? I'm giving a 6er. Who is finishing second? I'm giving a 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, it's a free hit. Free hit, na? Who is finishing first will get double 6er, double 4, double 3, double 2, double 1. What you are going to do here is, next to this, I want you to create another report. What is the report you are going to create now is, create one more pivot table on the right hand side. So what is a pivot table is, insert, I will zoom that. First I will tell you this. Insert a pivot, due days wise, due days. There is a column called as due days. In this original sheet, there is a column called as due days. 9 days, 10 days, 11 days, there is a due days. Due days wise, sum of invoice amount. Due days wise, what is the sum of invoice amount? Then group the due days. 1 to 30, 31 to 60, 60 to 90. Just now in the afternoon we did this. 1 to 7, 8 to 14. So 1 to 30 days, 30 to 60 days, 60 to 90 days. Starting is 1, ending is 80, the gap is by 30. Last very important is, filter that less than 1. Less than 1 that has to be filtered. But very importantly, what I want you to do is, insert a slicer for city. You have to insert a slicer for city. When I click on Bangalore, both the report should get filtered for Bangalore. Click on Chennai, both the report should filter for Chennai. Delhi, both the report should get filter for Delhi. So create the report first and connect both the report using the slicer. So in our report create panni slicer moolama connect panna. Create a report and create a slicer and connect both the reports. Please try. Yes, sir. Very good. I'm coming. I'm coming on the way.
0 to 30 days, 1 to 30 days. 30. Both click on one cycle. Less than 1 minute. Remove that less than 1 minute. Both are filtering. Less than 1 year remove. Report correction. Select value. Total selection. Starting is 1, ending is 30. Ending is about 1. Starting is 1. Ending is 180. Yes, is 30. So insert a slicer device, insert slicer, change. Okay. Now you have to right click on that slicer. Okay. Report connection. Report. One minute. Oh, no, this is sample report. It's not over. Sample.
Okay.
Right. How to do this? Go to exercise number 4. Insert, pivot, existing worksheet, location, maybe the same location where I already created the report. I click here. Okay. Due days. Let us bring the due days to rows. Invoice amount to sigma. 11 days, 12 days. Right click. Group. The starting is 1 because 0 is nothing. 0 means we have received the payment. Ending is 180. Gap is 30. Say okay. So 1 to 30 days, what is the sum of invoice pending? 30 to 60, 60 to 90, 90 to 120, 120 to 150, 150 to 180. Now I don't want this less than 1. How can I remove that less than 1? Control minus. Very good. Now place the cursor on any one of the pivot. Analyze, insert, slicer. For what we want the slicer? City. Okay. Now if I click on Bangalore, both the reports should get filtered. I want top 10 for Bangalore. I want aging analysis for Bangalore. Right click, go for report connection. Select both the report, 14 and 15. Okay. Yes. Click on Bangalore. Top 10 customer for Bangalore. Aging analysis for Bangalore. Chennai. Top 10 for Chennai. Aging analysis for Chennai. So based on whatever you select, the reports are changing here. Okay. Right. So we have seen about grouping of date, yearly, monthly, weekly. We have seen about grouping of numbers. Now the last one we'll see about grouping of text. For example, I want to create one more report. Let us take this report, city-wise. City-wise sum of invoice amount. Let us create a small report. City-wise sum of invoice amount. You can create a report in the same sheet, different sheet, your wish. So let me insert a report. Insert, pivot, your wish. New sheet, same sheet. Let us go to the existing sheet. Location, some location here. Maybe I'll put some location here. Okay. City wise. Let us drag the city into rows. Invoice amount into sigma. So we got city into rows, invoice amount into sigma. Let us bring this in a tabular form. Then only the grouping will be easier. How can I bring it to tabular form? Design, report layout, show in tabular. Now, let us take the city. For example, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. Hyderabad should be grouped under South region. It is South region data. Delhi, Jaipur should be North region. Mumbai, Pune should be West region. So, region wise, I want to group it. So, we have seen how to group the date, yearly, monthly, weekly. We have seen how to group the numbers, aging wise. Now we are going to see how to make a grouping for text. Select Bangalore. Your cursor should be like this, doctor symbol. Don't bring the cursor like this or any other. Your cursor should be like a doctor symbol. Select this Bangalore. Hold the control key. You have to hold the control key. Select Chennai. Hold the control key, select Hyderabad. You have to select it. Which three you want to group it? Right click, select Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. Right click, group. So I am creating a group. Particular city I want to group, particular customer I want to group, particular products I want to group it. So let us click on group. Yes. This three has been grouped in the name of group 1. But I don't like it as group 1. Let us rename this. I am going there and typing it as South region. So this 3 has been grouped under South region and you are getting the South region total also on the top bottom. You can see this is the total for this South region. Same like select Delhi, select Jaipur, right click, group. So Delhi, Jaipur has been grouped in group 2. So let us rename this. I go there and type it, North region. These two cities belongs to North region. Select Mumbai, select Pune, right click, group. This two belongs to West region. And this title also, I don't like the city too as a title. I'll give a title as region names. These are all the region names. So we have seen how to group by dates. We have seen how to group by numbers. Now we have seen how to group by text. Okay. With the help of this, only thing is date, it's very simple, straight away right click. Anywhere else you can make a right click and group it. Number also, anywhere else you can make a right click and group it. For the text, unfortunately you have to select it. Which are all the things you have to group it, that you have to select it. எதெல்லாம் group பண்ணமோ அது நீங்க select பண்ணி தான் group பண்ணணும். Otherwise it will not create a group. Maybe the last and final report in this exercise, the last and final report I want you to create in this exercises. Insert yearly payment status wise. Insert yearly payment status wise. Every year payment status. Payment status, there is a payment status. Bank loan, DD, LC, bank transfer, NEFT, there is a payment status. Then group that payment status. Bank loan, DD, LC has to be grouped in the name of bank instrument. அதெல்லாம் bank instrument nameல group ஆயிடும். Bank transfer, NEFT, RTGS to be grouped under electronic transfer. Finally, maybe you can create it in the same sheet or you can create it in the new sheet. Same sheet la panalum okay, new sheet la panalum okay. Slicer மட்டும் வேணாம். Finally, remove that dealer credits and corporate credits. There is another two grouping called as dealer credits and corporate credits that has to be removed. அது ரெண்டும் வேண்டாம் எனக்கு. I don't want it on my report itself. My less than -1 அதை remove பண்ணீங்களே அந்த மாதிரி. I want to remove the dealer credits and corporate credits has to be removed from my report. Control minus. So create a report and group it. The report is payment status wise yearly. Payment status wise yearly, sum of invoice amount, and create a grouping. Bank loan, DD, LC should be grouped under bank instruments. Bank transfer, NEFT, RTGS should be grouped under electronic transfer. That's all. Then remove the dealer credit and corporate credit. Dealer credit and corporate credit has to be removed from this report. Bank transfer left RTGS. Bank loan, DD, LC should be bank instrument. Electronic transfer here, bank transfer left RTGS. We don't want to corporate credit and dealer credit. Tabular form. Put it in a tabular form. But the dealer credit and corporate credit has to be removed. Sir.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me do this. Insert pivot table. New sheet or existing sheet is your wish. Existing worksheet. Location. Maybe I'll put it in the same location where I already created some pivots. Or you can put it in new location also. Your wish. Okay. What is the report we want is payment status. Rows. Invoice date. Columns. So payment status, invoice date, invoice amount into sigma. Now, better to put it in a tabular form. Design, report layout, show in tabular. Now, bank loan, DD, LC. This three, bank loan, DD, LC, right click, group. This three has to be grouped in the name of bank instrument. Then bank transfer, NEFT, RTGS. This three, right click, group. This three has to be grouped under, what is it? Electronic transfer. Electronic transfer. That's all. Finally, this corporate credits, and these are all credit payments. So we didn't receive the payment. So select it, control minus, dealer credits, control minus. That's all. So bank loan, DD, LC has been grouped in the name of bank instrument, and bank transfer, NEFT and RTGS has been grouped under payment status. So let us give a name for this. This is payment groupings. Okay. So we have seen how to create a grouping for a number. We have seen how to create a grouping for a text. We have seen how to create a grouping for a date also. Done? Clear? Any other questions, doubts, queries in pivot? We are going to use pivot table not straightly from insert. We are going to use the pivot table through a Power Query after this. So we have to start Power Query next. So before going to Power Query, as of now, any questions, doubts? Most of the concept on this, whatever we have covered in the basics also. So concepts already in basics Excel cover point level only we have covered, but we have seen some new features also here. Okay. So before going to the next one, any other question, doubts, queries? Clear? As I told, two reasons for not getting doubts. எல்லாம் புரிஞ்சிச்சு இல்லையா? எல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சிச்சுனால டவுட் வரல, எதுவுமே தெரியலனாலும் டவுட் வராது. I believe you understood everything. Shall we jump on to the next one? I need your concentration more on here because it's not a normal one. Maybe for the first time you will be using it. And I believe, I'm sure after starting so many trainings I have handled, morning itself you would have seen list of trainings. Nowadays more people are not using Excel. Even though it says Microsoft Excel, we are not covering Excel. Microsoft Excel also says it's Power Query. It's Power Query. You can see Power Queries are more here. Power Pivots and Power Queries and Power BAs. All are with Power Queries and Power Pivots. So people are started using Power Queries and Power Pivots. If you start using Power Queries and Power Pivots, you will never come back to Excel. Excel is not a database. Excel is a data analysis. You have to use Excel only for reporting and chart. Don't create formula. Inimel formula stop using formulas and functions in Excel. Don't create Excel as a back end. Excel is only the front end. Excel can create a report. Excel cannot hold the data. I've seen people are loading lakhs and millions and trillions of data in Excel. Excel will not handle. Last session itself we have seen that select the entire sheet, go to the topmost leftmost corner. 10,48,576 rows, 16,384 columns. Maximum it's 10 lakh rows. But you cannot add 10 lakh. If you add 2 lakh rows itself, Excel will hang. Excel will not work. Excel not efficient for handling a very big data. So how can I put the data? So from today, from now, don't have a data in Excel. Try to have the data through Power Queries. So I will tell you what are all the advantage. Gradually we'll see what is the advantage, what is the purpose of Power Query. Initially there will be some challenge. Start பண்ணும்போது உங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் challenge இருக்கும். By tomorrow evening, at least minimum, I think we are going to work with at least 20 files. நம்ம 20 files work பண்ண போறோம். Maybe less, -4, 20 -4, 16 times we are going to use this Power Queries and Power Pivots tomorrow and today. So I think before tomorrow evening you will be well versed on it. Let us close this file. This file, I don't want it further. I'm going to close it. Control W is the shortcut key for closing the file. Don't close the entire application. Close the Excel only at the evening. You shut down Excel close. Until that, don't close the Excel file. Control W is the shortcut key for closing the particular file. I think basic Excel training itself, I would have shared all the list of shortcut keys. Who didn't attend, I will share you the list of shortcut keys. List of shortcut keys and I share பண்றேன். Basic user I already shared it. Other people I will share it now before the end of today's session. Okay. So I closed that file. Control W. Now let me open that file. 05 revenue analysis. Please open that. 1, 2, 3, 4 is done. Now we are stepping into the fifth file. 05 revenue analysis. Please open that file. 05 revenue analysis. We have this revenue analysis report starting from 2020 to 2026. Or 6-7 வருஷத்துடைய data, 6-7 years data is available. This data I'm going to load it through a Power Query and I'm going to create a report based on this. Now tell me, just on a layman, please tell me what is the problem in this table, or this table is 100% clean. In the table clean or guile and the table ஏதாவது problem இருக்கா? Please tell me, just watch the table, just tell me whether there is a problem in the table or table is 100% clean and clear. There are blank. Where is the blank, sir? Payment mode, there is some blank. Okay, maybe payment mode we would have not received the payment, that may be blank. Okay, any other? Decimals are not in. That is, we can do it by a shortcut key, Control Shift to 1. That's okay. But okay. Any other things? There are some empty cells. Okay. Table heading is not correct. Very good. Actually, this should not be the heading. Bill number, bill date should be the heading. There are so many empty rows. Okay. Then, any other problem? Just scroll down, scroll left to right and check what is the problem. There are some empty rows also. After 331, after the row number 331, there are some empty rows in between. And after 586, there are some empty rows. So somewhere else you can see some empty rows are available in between. So We have to clean up this data and we have to make it as a proper table. Morning itself we have discussed. Tell me, how can I go to the last filled cell in this table, last data available in this table? How can I go to the last data here? Control end. Very good. I'll press control end. You can see it's ending at Y column. So there are so many empty columns. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X are all empty. But Excel will treat that also as a part of your table. So there are so many empty columns. And remember, my data is available till 2117. Maximum 2117 rows are available on my table. So table at 2117 rows. Just remember this. Now what are we going to do with this data? I am going to clean up this data using Power Query. You can ask me why do you clean up in Power Query? Can we clean up this in Excel? The empty rows na easier remove pannidalam. There is a concept we can remove the empty rows, empty columns la remove panni. We can have it in Excel itself. Yes, very much you can do it in Excel. But the problem is, tomorrow my data is coming here. I think this data is available till 31 July. Now August data is also available. August, September, October, November, December. The data will be populating. As I told you, now it's 2000. Nearly in another 2-3 years, it may become 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, 1 lakh. It may increase. So Excel will not handle. That's one reason. Another reason is I cannot do it every time. I'm downloading the August month data and I'm putting here. In August month data also, I may found some empty rows, empty columns, empty cell. Once again, I have to recreate it again and again and again. So every time you have to do it. Instead, do it only once in your lifetime. Lifetime la ore oru thadha panna poringa. Next, add the data, everything will be taken care by Excel. That's what we are going to do now. So I am going to treat this as my backend. In data, it can be in Excel, it can be in SQL, it can be in CSV, it can be a text format, it can be in SAP, it can be in Oracle. Data can be anywhere. Now it's in Excel. It can be anywhere in the world. But still, we are going to use the Power Query, clean up it, and we are going to load it. That's what we are going to do now. So actually, what are we going to do for next 1.5 days is get workflow in your Power Query. Power Query workflow. First one is get. Second one, transform. Third one, load. Fourth one, report. If you come for Power BI training, in Power BI training, one more fifth workflow I will add it here. That is publishing, online publishing. Unfortunately, Excel cannot publish your report online. Excel just share the file, send the file. That's all. Excel cannot publish. When you come for Power BI, I know a topic add panirpa, that is publishing. But here we are not going to publish it. So first thing we are going to get from where? From where we are going to get the data? As of now, we are going to get the data from Excel. But you can get the data from any data source in the world. Any data source. Excel, CSV, it should be in table, even a picture. A picture can be converted into data. Take a photograph and you can convert it as a data. If it is in a table format, picture, PDF, CSV, Excel, any data can be converted into a data format. So get the data. After getting the data, we are going to transform it. What is meant by transforming? Cleaning. Now only one table. One table in the start. Later we are going to see multiple table, multiple sheets, multiple files, identical, non-identical, different, multiple sheets, multiple files, everything we are going to transform it into a proper data. So converting your data into a proper data, writing the formula, no lookup, no if function, lookup at next level. Normal VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, there is so many things available. We are going to explore that today and tomorrow. Advanced level of lookups. So everything, all this transformation we are going to see under Power Query. So first we are going to get the data, clean up the data, convert it into meaningful data using Power Query. Later we are going to load the data. Where are we going to load the data? We can do two things. One is you can load the data in a Excel table, or you can have the data in Power Query itself. Power Query le data vechikalam. You can have the Power Query, you can treat it as a back end. Excel, we can have it as a front end. Power Query le data vechikalam. Second, third one, last one is report. How do we or where do we create a report? Morning la நம்ம report தான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். எதல பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம்? Where are we creating the report? Through what we are creating the report? எது மூலமா போய் report பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் மார்னிங்ல இருந்து? Pivot or Power Pivot. So we are going to create a report through Pivot or Power Pivot. This is our workflow. Done? Clear on this? One by one we'll see. Power Query is interconnected. If you don't know how to get the data, we cannot transform it. If you don't know how to transform the data, we cannot load it. If you don't know how to load the data, you cannot report it. So all are interconnected. So we are going to start with get data. And in Power Query, there is an option available. Straight away you can get it and load it also. You get panni straight away load, but I don't recommend it. Always follow the hierarchy. Get it, clean up it, transform it, then load it. Because in transformation, we have a specific tool for checking your column quality. Your data correct irka illaya, your data is right or wrong. To check it, there is a specific tool available for checking the column quality. So better always get it, transform it, load it and publish it. Sorry, not publish, report it. Right. Now out of this 4, could you tell me where are we going to spend more time? இந்த நாளுல எதுல நம்ம நிறைய டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணணும்? Getting, transforming, loading or reporting? Very good. Transforming. If you have transformed properly, loading, reporting is very simple, very easy. We know how to create a report. Last Monday morning, what we are doing is creating the reports. So that's very easy if you are transformed very well. Okay. Let us start now. As I indicated, any questions, doubts, queries, stop me, ask me there itself. I recommend to close the original source file. And the source file close panni vechinga. That's the best practice because sometimes it may throw a error. Error because that file is already opened. Someone is already using the file. Read only. It may throw error. So better to close that file. Control W. Close the file. Open a fresh new file. Open a fresh new file. Yes. Repeatedly I am saying any questions, doubts, query, stop me, ask me there itself. Whatever I am seeing on the screen, you have to see it on your screen also. Any challenges, stop me, ask me there itself immediately. Don't wait till the end. Get பண்ண முடியலனா அடுத்த ஸ்டெப்புக்கு போவே முடியாது. If you don't know the first step, you cannot go to the second step. So I opened a fresh new file now. Go to the tab called as data. Just go to the tab of data. Under the tab of data, first group available. Modal group irukku parunga, get and transform your data. Whether your data is a text file or a CSV file, or you want to get the data from a website, or you want to get the data from a table, from a picture. So anything you can get, but I have it in Excel. So let us go to get data. Data, get data. Get data preview, that's a new one. It's a preview, it's not an original one, new one. So don't do it. Maybe in near future you may get that preview. As of now, let us go to from file. From Excel workbook, text CSV, XML, JSON, PDF, folder, SharePoint folder. You can get the data from PDF, you can get the data from Java, online XML, SharePoint, other database, SQL, Access, Oracle, SAP. Almost all the databases in the world is available here. All databases here. From Azure, from online platform, everything is available here. Even the picture also it's available. So now we are going to go with from file, from Excel workbook. data, get data, from file, from Excel workbook. Okay, done. So let me do that. Before that, I hope you have already closed that Excel file. Morning, you have already unzipped that file. Zip file open manadinga. If you open the zip file, it may not open. I hope you have unzipped that file and you kept that file in a separate folder. This revenue analysis. Now we are going to select that revenue analysis. Data, get data, from file, from Excel workbook. Where is that file? Select that file. Revenue analysis. I think I have kept it in a folder. Under that folder, revenue analysis. Select that folder. Okay. Import. Import. Done. Until this. And now first step, you cannot go to the second step. Okay. A small warning is you cannot come back to Excel until you clean up everything and you will transform everything. Power Query use பண்ணும்போது when you are using Power Query you cannot use Excel. Any Excel file. While using Power Query you cannot open any Excel file. As of now, if you are working with some Excel file, you cannot do that. You have to finish off the Power Query, then only we can come back to Excel. Power Query எல்லா கான்செப்டும் முடிச்ச அப்புறம் தான் Excel வர முடியும். Even if you try to open also, it will not open. Okay. Now we have landed into the screen. On the bottom, there are three options: load, transform, cancel. Of course, cancel is activated. Load and transform is graded out, deactivated. Why? ஏன் இது deactivate ஆயிருக்கு? We didn't select it. So this is your file name and this is your sheet name. Select that sheet. Click on that sheet. When I click on the sheet, on the right hand side, it shows the preview of the sheet. And on the bottom, now you can see load and transform is activated. Now you have to tell me here what we have to do here. Can I load it or can I click on transform? Transform data. Transform mean where it will land or load na enga land out. If you click on transform, where it will go, load means where it will go. Now put get the transform load. So transform will go to Power Query. Very good. Load will go to Excel. I told you there is an option of skipping. Get அப்புறம் நேரா load பண்ணிடலாம். But don't do it. Always follow with the hierarchy. Always go for transform. So better to go with transform. So I'm going to click on my suggestion is, even though the first option is load, I don't recommend it. I always recommend to go with transform. So I clicked on transform. Maybe for the first time we are going to land into Power Query. முதல் முறையாக first time we have landed into Power Query here. Yes, everyone. Yes, sir. Got it. Now, What are all the things we are going to do in basic thing we are going to do it in Power Query? Power Query la மூணு விஷயம் நீங்க கண்டிப்பா பண்ணி. Three things importantly you have to do it. First thing you have to check is green. அது என்ன green? What is that green? Whether your data is green or not. உங்க data green ஆ இருக்கான்னு பார்க்கணும். If the data is not green, at least if it is not green also no problem. No reds. Red irukkuda, that's more important. No reds. What is that red? What is that green? I will explain in another few minutes. Second, heading. Your column heading should be correct. Third, your data type should be correct. The important three things you have to check. மூணு விஷயத்தை நீங்க செக் பண்ணி ஆகணும். Green, heading, data type. Fourth, it's an optional. Fourth one is optional. Remove unwanted. Remove the unwanted, but this one is optional. தேவையில்லாத remove பண்ணிடு. It can be a row, it can be a column, it can be a table also. Unwanted can be a rows, unwanted can be a columns, unwanted can be a table also. Better to remove that. Better, it's not compulsory, better. You can save your file size, you can improve the system speed if you remove the unwanted. So let us do one by one. Let us start with this. I want to check whether my data is green or not. How do I know whether my data is green or not? On the left hand side, you can see this is my query name. If you have multiple queries, multiple tables, all the table name will be displayed. On the center, you can see the column headings are displayed. On the right hand side, query settings. Query settings, I have to talk more about it. We'll come back to that in another few minutes. Now, what is that green and what is that gray? Below every column heading, on the top below column heading, you can see one line is penetrating. Or chinna line one penetrate out. When you place it here, this line I said it should be green. In the line, the green or no. But that line is not green. There is a gray area. There is a gray. Gray is permissible, no problem. Red irukkuda, that should not be red. But why there is a gray? I want to know why there is a gray. I know that green is perfect. Green means the data is perfect. But why there is a gray? Just to place the cursor exactly over that green or gray. Anga poi cursor ve. When you place the cursor exactly over that green or gray, it shows me a small report here. 973 data are valid. Green, no problem. 0 error, no red. 27 data are empty. So there are 27 data empty. 973 data are valid. 0 are error. But the problem is 973 plus 27 put together. How much? 1000. But do we have only 1000 rows in my source table? This table 1000 are more than that. But why it is showing only 1000? Yeah, 1000 hour. The reason is you may have any number of rows, lakhs, million, billion, trillions of rows and columns. By default, Power Query will check only with the top 1000 rows. Per day you are manufacturing so many materials, lakhs of material. ஒரு நாளைக்கு நிறைய material manufacturing பண்றீங்க. But Power Query oda concept enna it will check only with the first 1000 rows. If first 1000 data is okay, other data should be fine. First 1000 okay and மத்ததெல்லாம் fine தான். That's what Power Query will think. I don't know, we know it. Tamil there is a proverb. ஒரு பழமொழி இருக்கு தமிழ்ல. கரெக்ட். ஒரு பானை சொத்துக்கு கொஞ்சம் பதம். அதை எடுத்து பார்த்தாலே போதும். If you take something, if this is good, the entire food should be good. And the concepts தான் Power Query. Power Query will work on that concept. If first 1000 rows are correct, it thinks that other data should be correct, but that cannot be in every data. That cannot be in every data. Some data I may get a problem in 5000 rows, 5 lakh rows and 10 lakh rows also. So I want to check with the entire data set. So what I can do, just to come to the bottom here. On the bottom you can see there is an option column proofing is based on top 1000 rows. So it will check only with the first 1000 rows, which I don't want. I want to check with the entire data set. So click here and select this column proofing based on entire data set. Now go and place the cursor over that gray or a green. Now you will see that full report. 2068 rows are correct. 48 rows are empty. 0 are errors. Now it will check with the entire data set. But unfortunately, here it's okay, only 2000. Suppose there are 3 million, 4 million rows. If you check with the first 1000, you are manufacturing a product, I checked with the first 1000. First 1000 is okay, all my product is okay, means very fastly we can check it. But I want to check with 3 million, 4 million rows, means it may take some time. Time kandipa agum. Here the data is okay, 2000. Suppose 2 million rows. So it may take some, not very long time, at least it will take 1 or 2 minutes to check that, but better to check the entire 2 million rows, because we are going to do it only once in your lifetime for this data. In the data, quality checking, you are going to do it only once in your lifetime. So better, my suggestion is check with the entire data set, because we don't know where we may get an error. The error may happen in 10th row, 11th row, 1000th row also. But even though if you are checking with 1000 rows, the loading, it will happen with the entire data. Entire data will load. Checking, quality checking, it will check only the 1000. But the data, everything will be loaded, and correcting, everything will be corrected. All the data will be corrected. But my suggestion is, as I told you, are going to check this data only once in your lifetime. So better to select the column proofing based on entire data set. But I feel going here and placing the cursor every time, it's a real challenge for me. Can I get some other option? Every column I cannot go here and place the cursor and check my column quality. Is there any better method to check the column quality? Yes. Go to the tab called as View. There is a tab called as View. Under the View tab, column quality. There is an option called as column quality. Enable that column quality. Yes. Below every column, you can see it shows the quality of your column. 98% are valid, 0 errors, 2% are empty. So now no need to place the cursor exactly at this green. Now you can place the cursor wherever you want it. Enga venalum cursor vechi check pannidum. Okay. And can I get more information about this column? For example, let us take some column called as region, state, city. So let me select some column called as state or city or anything. I want to get more information about this column. Here when I place the cursor, it says how many valid, how many error, how many empty. That's okay. But I want to get more information about this column. Select the column which is in a text format. Don't select the column which is in a number format. Select the column which is in a text format. Go to the View tab again. Go to the View tab. Column profile. Column profile. So click on that column profile. When you click on the column profile, on the bottom it shows more information about that column. So what is the count of data available in the column? How many errors? How many empties? How many distinct? What is distinct? There are 12 state names available. One unique. Unique is your column heading. Empty, there is no empty. Minimum, maximum. Minimum Andhra Pradesh, maximum Uttar Pradesh. That means Andhra Pradesh is having minimum value. No. Alphabetically which is lowest, alphabetically which is highest. Actually Andhra Pradesh is coming here in between. So this is alphabetically A comes first. Alphabetically U comes last. Data wise which is top. Data wise also I think Uttar Pradesh is on the top. Tamil Nadu is on second top. Karnataka and third top. Odisha and Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh. So I can get more information about this column. But don't have this column profile selected always. Whenever it's required, you can select it. Whenever you don't want it, you can uncheck it. It's better to uncheck it. Don't have it always. tick vechukadinga. It may always don't have it tick because it may slow down your system process. Whenever it's required, you can select it. Whenever you don't want it, uncheck it. But this can be on always. This column quality can be on always. If you may on, but if you switch it on here, from now all the file that will be switched on. Email Power Query whatever the file. Next 16 files I am going to use. All the files you can see that column quality will be on always. Email column quality on la. Right. So we have seen this query, we have seen this column. Right side, this is the most important feature. Query settings. Query settings. Knowingly, if you have closed this query settings, knowingly, unknowingly, if you have closed it, no problem. You can get it back. Go to View tab. Under View tab, Query. So go to View tab, select that query settings. You will get back again. If you have unknowingly closed it, please get it back. Now, what is this query settings? What is the purpose? What is the usage of this query settings? Whatever the steps you are going to do now, automatically there are 4 steps added by Power Query automatically. Power Query automatically or 4 steps add pannuchu. It can be 4, it can be 3, it can be 1. So based on your data, the steps may increase or decrease also. So data you may have only 1 step, some data you may have 2 steps, some data 3 steps, 4 steps. Don't worry about it. It will be automatically created by Power Query. After this, whatever you are going to do, assume that I am going to remove all the empty rows, empty columns. After this, whatever you are going to do, that will be noted here by Power Query. In email, ninga panna pora steps. After this, whatever the steps you are going to do, Power Query will note it here. Step by step, it will note it here. Tell me, why? Why Power Query is noting it all your steps? What is the advantage? What is the purpose? What is the use? இந்த மாதிரி நோட் பண்ணி வச்சிருந்தால என்ன பர்பஸ் என்ன யூஸ் சொல்லுங்க போலாம். Undo பண்ணலாம். Very good. Super. We can undo this activity. And this process, what he said is perfectly correct. You can undo it. This is available in Word, Excel and PowerPoint also, correct? I cannot open Excel now because already we are in Power Query. Suppose I am opening PowerPoint now. I am doing some activity. I am typing something here. And I am coming here and I am typing something here. Whatever I did, I think PowerPoint is noting it down here. Where can I see that? On the top, save, undo, redo. When you go to that undo button, there is a button available. If you click it, whatever the steps I did, that is noted here. I have typed something here, I typed something here. Assume I am inserting a new slide. So whatever you did, that is noted here. So first I typed it, second I inserted a new slide, so it's noting all my steps. That's why as he has told, you can undo the steps. And the steps are undo pannikalam. But any idea how long we can use this undo in Word, Excel and PowerPoint? Word, Excel, PowerPoint la எது வரைக்கும் நாம undo பண்ண முடியும்? Sir? Until you save. After save you cannot undo it. Are you sure? After saving also you can undo. What you said is correct, but in older version. பழைய version 2007 or 10 அப்போதான். இப்போ latest version, after saving also you can undo it. After saving also you can undo it. Even you can try. For example, this PowerPoint file, I did something and I did something. I am doing something here and I am doing something here. Let me save this file. I am saving this file and I am putting this file in some location. Saved it. I have saved it. Now I want to undo it. Yes, the control Z will work now. Undo will work. Until? Very good. Until you close the file. After closing the file, if I open, you cannot undo it. That's a disadvantage in Excel, Word and PowerPoint. But Power Query, whatever the steps you did, that will be permanently available here, lifelong. நீங்க 10 வருஷம் கழிச்சு 50 வருஷம் 10 years later 100 years later also if you open, all the steps will be stored here automatically. That is the advantage of the Power Query. So you can see the history of your data also, how the data is transformed. That's the next advantage. What is the other advantages? One is, as you said, you can undo, we can redo, we can edit it. Another one is, as I told, this applied steps are permanently available. What is the other advantages? Why for noting all the steps here? The steps are not pointed over the inner advantage. What is the other advantages? If I add a new data, my data is available till July. Suppose I am adding a August month and September month data. Whatever the steps you have did, that is automatically applied to your new data also. Pudu data adu thana apply. No need for redoing it. Once you did it, new data, just upload the data. It will do all the cleaning up work for your new data itself. In olden days, people will write a macro for this. Now the macro is not required. Macro kuda eppadi run agum. Suppose I have 5,000 rows. Today I am adding 50 rows. Macro will run for 5,050 rows. But whereas Power Query, I have already 5,000 rows. Now I am adding 50 rows. Power Query will work only for the last 15 rows. Because for 5,000 rows, it has automatically saved the data. It automatically did all the job. So last 15 rows mattum na adu work on. So it is very faster compared to macros. That's advantage of Power Query. Innum nariya advantages irukku Power Query la. We'll see one by one. First, and small warning is, whenever you are doing a new step, please place the cursor on the last step and do it. Please place the cursor on the last step and do it. Don't place the cursor somewhere else in between. If you place the cursor somewhere else in between, then the hierarchy of your step may get collapsed also. So place the cursor on the last step. Okay. So we are going to start up the cleaning process now. The first one, what I want to do is, I want to remove all the empty rows. Empty rows has to be removed. Power Query is showing that green, gray or red. Will the Power Query will help us? Why there is a green? Will Power Query will give some idea or suggestion? Yes, 100% it will give you the idea or suggestion. When you place the cursor here on the bottom, you can see it gives me a suggestion. There are some empty rows, so you can remove the empty rows. If there is a duplicate values, remove duplicate values. It will give you some suggestion. But always it may not give you the right suggestion. Correct suggestion. Sometimes it may give you the wrong suggestion also. So either you can use the suggestion or go to the 3 dot. In the 3 dot, just go to the 3 dot. Furthermore, other suggestion. Copy, keep duplicates, keep error, remove duplicates, remove empty, remove errors, replace errors. So there are various other suggestions available. But I am not going to use this suggestion. What I am going to do is, or what we are going to do is, Home tab, go to the Home tab. Under Home tab, remove rows. Under remove rows, there is an option available, blank rows. Remove blank rows. One suggestion Power Query has given is remove blank, but I am not accepting that suggestion. I am using this suggestion. Could you tell me why? Yeah, in the suggestion, why can't we use that remove blank, but here it says blank rows? What is the difference between remove blank and remove blank rows? I don't know whether you understood what he said. He perfectly said, right? What this remove blank rows will do is, it will check if the entire row is a blank. Total row blank this will get deleted. But whereas that remove blank, as he has told, in payment mode there is an empty cell. It will check that empty cell and it will delete the entire row. That's not correct. Or cell empty or remove that blank, remove blank. But this says remove blank rows. That means if the entire row is blank only, it will get deleted. That's correct. If a cell is blank, some reasons I would have left blank. As I told, the payment mode, I would have not received the payment. payment நம்ம வந்திருக்காது empty we would have left empty. So that row should not be deleted. We want the data. So that's why we follow this method. Remove blank rows, not remove blanks. Perfect. So let me do that. Now some changes will happen. I think you can tell me what is the changes will happen here. Remove blanks. I'll go to the remove rows. I'll go to the remove blank rows. Yes, I hope all the blank rows has been deleted. Now you can see it says the valid is 100%, error is 0, empty is 0. So blank row has been deleted. One more change has happened. Can you tell me what is the change happened here? Right hand side on the applied steps, you can see one step was added here. Remove blank rows. A step was added here, removed the blank rows. Okay, but I know this. I have removed the blank rows because just now we did it. இப்போதான் நம்ம பண்ணோம். So எனக்கு தெரியும் blank rows remove ஆயிருக்கு. But someone else did it in my team. Someone else did it, or I did it and I sent it to someone else, or I did it 5 years before. I don't know why I removed it, or what I did it, or I don't know how was my data before this, how was my data after this. இது எதுக்கு பண்ண ஏன் பண்ணன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல, மறந்து போச்சு. ஸோ இதுக்கு முன்னாடி என் டேட்டா எப்படி இருந்ததுன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. I want to check it. Yes, this is the another advantage, another power of this power query is just go before the step. இந்த ஸ்டெப்புக்கு முன்னாடி போ. Just go before the step and make a click here. Yes, it will show you how your data before the step. இந்த ஸ்டெப் பண்றது முன்னாடி உங்க டேட்டா எப்படி இருந்தது. How was my data before removing this blank rows? After removing the blank rows, how was my data? This is another advantage of Power Query. Excel la undo na undo தான். Undo பண்றது முன்னாடி எப்படி இருந்தது. Before undo, how was my table? After undoing, how was my table? நீங்க check பண்ண முடியாது. That's not possible in Excel. But here you can check it. How can I undo the steps? Editing பத்தி அப்புறம் பார்க்கலாம். How can I undo? Suppose unknowingly I did it. I don't want the step means you can see there is a into mark where we can use this undo. And the into mark click பண்ணீங்கன்னா you can undo it. You cannot redo the steps. You can edit the steps. You cannot redo the steps. Undo மட்டும் தான் possible. If you don't want the steps, you can undo it. Now I know this. I have removed the blank row. இப்போ எனக்கு தெரியுது பார்த்தா remove blank rows and I understand. But tomorrow I may not know this. So can I give some meaningful name for the steps? In the steps க்கு meaningful name கொடுக்கலாமா? Yes. Right click on this column. Right click on the steps and go to rename. Rename. I can give some meaningful name for the step. Deleted all the empty rows. நானே ஒரு பேர் கொடுத்துக்கிறேன். I have deleted all the empty rows. For my understanding, I have given some meaningful name. Okay. Now tell me, have you cleaned up my table? Can I load this table into Excel now? In the table Excel load பண்ணலாமா? Cleaning la முடிஞ்சாச்சா? Column 6 la ஒரு problem இருக்கு. Very good. On the right hand side, there are so many columns available. Empty columns la வேற இருக்கு. Correct. But before that, actually check whether my heading is correct or not. Heading correct or not. Actually, this should be the heading of the table. Correct. The bill number should be the heading. Bill date should be the heading. Region should be the heading. State should be the heading. But it's not taking because Excel தப்பா டைப் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கோம். ஏதோ ஒரு செல் I think this revenue report has been A1 அந்த செல்ல போய் I have typed this heading. That's why it has treated as a heading. If the heading is in A1, is in bill number is A1, B1 correctா டைப் பண்ணிருந்தா it would have automatically taken the heading. So but this has to be promoted as the heading. So this should be the heading of my table. So how can I promote this as a heading? Two methods. Follow any one of the method. ஏதாவது ஒரு மெத்தட் பண்ணுங்க. Don't do both the methods. Go to the left hand side corner of my sheet. Go to the left hand side corner of the sheet. And there is an option available. Use first row as the header. Method 1. Method 2. Home tab. Use first row as the header. இல்லை ஏதாவது ஒன்று பண்ணுங்க. Don't do both. Don't do both. If you are doing both, 2 times heading will get promoted. 2 தடவை heading மேலே போயிடும். So don't do that. Do only once. Use first row as the header. Now, two greatest and powerful change would have happened. ரெண்டு பெரிய change நடந்திருக்கும். You are going to tell me what is the two changes happened here. So let me try that. Go to this arrow mark and use first row as the header. Yes. Now you can notice that bill number has become a heading of my table. Bill date has become a heading. Region name has become a heading. State has become a heading. So heading has been promoted, but I can see there are two changes happened here. Rendu change in nadandirukku. Could you tell me what is the two change happened here? One is the promoted heading. Okay. Second, data. Very good. Superb. What has happened here is Power Query has scanned through your entire data. Your data full scan. It can be million, trillion rows and columns. It has scanned and it automatically detects that this entire data is in a number data type. So you can see 1, 2, 3 is appearing here. And bill date, the entire bill date is in a date data type. That's why we are getting a calendar image here. So the entire region is a text. That's why the ABC is appearing here. So it automatically converts your data type. This is very, 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 very important. If it is not in a date format, you cannot create yearly, monthly report. If it is not in a number format, you cannot sum up, count to average. That you cannot do it. But Power Query has solved our problem. It automatically converts your data type. Before this step, in the step munnadi poi parunga, it was 1, 2, 3 ABC, it was not correct. 1, 2, 3 ABC, it was not correct. But when I come here, Power Query has automatically detected the data type. 90% Power Query will detect. 90% it will detect it. 90%. What is that 90%? Sometimes Power Query will also not recognize your data format. So what we do is second. Please note down it. Tomorrow we are going to do it second because the data type plays a vital role. So Power Query 90% it will convert your data type. Sometimes Power Query is not converting your data type. Sometimes. So what you do is second chance. I can give a second chance to Power Query. One chance la seriya panala. So I can give a second chance to Power Query. Go to transform. Under transform, we have an option called as detect data type. Now detect it. Note panni vechinga. Note this. Today, tomorrow, Power BI, everywhere. This is very vital here. So second, first Power Query will detect it. If Power Query is not detecting, we are giving a second chance to Power Query. Detect it now. Ipo detect pannunga. Still Power Query is not able to detect. Appadiyum Power Query ala detect panna mudiyala. Third thing, we can step in. We can step in and manually we can go here. Suppose this bill number, I don't want it in a number. I want it as a text. So just go to the left hand side corner. Click it and change your data type. நீங்களே கூட மாத்திக்கலாம். Third. First one Power Query will change it. Second, Power Query is not changing. Go to detect data type. Third, still it's not changing. Manually go there and change your data. But don't do it now. Probably tomorrow we will see this. Tomorrow we will be seeing this. Tomorrow we are going to see more on this. Okay. Can I load this now to Excel? Load panlama? There are some empty columns. There are some empty cells in payment, but still you can load it. As I told, unwanted columns you can load it. No problem. But better what you said is correct. So first three things I have checked. Greens. There are more greens. Red no reds. All are greens. Heading is correct. Data type is correct. Fourth one, remove the unwanted. தேவையில்லாததை remove பண்ணு. So, how can I remove the unwanted? Right hand side, column number 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, these are all unwanted. Normally what people will do is right click and they will remove it, which I don't recommend. Instead of removing the columns, my suggestion is select the wanted columns. Choose the wanted column. தேவையில்லாத காலத்தை எடுக்கிறது பதிலா தேவையான காலத்தை செலக்ட் பண்றது பெட்டர். ஏன்னா the reason is, I will tell you the reason. So instead of removing the unwanted, select that wanted column. அது எப்படி பண்ணலாம்? Because going to home tab, under home tab, choose columns. Choose the selected column. Which columns you want it? Choose columns. Go to home tab, click on choose columns. Now I don't want this 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All these columns I don't want it. So I untick. எல்லாத்தையும் untick பண்ணிட்டேன். I unchecked everything. But knowingly, unknowingly, தெரிஞ்சோ தெரியாமலோ, I have unchecked this net profit also. Knowingly, unknowingly, I removed that net profit also. And I have said okay also now. After coming to the table only, I have recognized that I have removed that net profit. Now I want my net profit back. என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Unknowingly, I have removed it. I want it back here. திரும்பவும் choose column போய் select பண்ணுமா? Instead, on the right hand side, applied settings, you can see two icons are available. One is on the left hand side. This is for undoing the steps, and there is a gear symbol available here. This is for editing your step. போன ஸ்டெப் நீங்க எடிட் பண்ணலாம். This is another very important concept. இன்னைக்கு நாளைக்கும் நிறைய plenty of this gear symbol we are going to use today and tomorrow. நிறைய பண்ணணும். So this gear symbol plays a vital role. Click on. That's why I told you to select the column. நீங்க remove பண்ணீங்கன்னா the column will get removed. So later you want to get it back. Suppose 10 columns I removed means remove 10 times there will be a data. So you have to untick everything one by one. So instead only one step is there. If you want that column back, click on that settings. Click on the settings and select that column. So whenever you see a gear symbol, that means you can edit your last step. Okay. Final one, that payment mode. Here I have only 10 or 12 columns, so I can select the payment mode, but I don't know where is that payment. Suppose you have hundreds of columns. The payment mode எங்க இருக்குன்னு தெரியல. I know there is a column called as payment mode. I want to go to that column. Control G. You know the shortcut key. Control G. PAY. Payment mode. Select that payment mode and OK. Now it will select that payment mode. So பெரிய table hundreds of columns are there. I want to go to a particular column. So Control G. PAY. We'll finish and we'll load this, then we'll go for a break because I don't want to stop the Power Query in between. Anula stop panna. We cannot go to Excel also now. We'll finish up the last one here. Okay. I hope almost we have transformed our data. Only one thing is pending. What is the one pending? Payment mode. Wherever null, we have to replace it with something. Maybe I didn't receive the payment, or these are all the credit payments. These payments are my credit payment. So I want to just type something like credit. So this payment is still in the credit payment. We didn't receive the payment. So it's a credit payment. Not still this payment is pending. I didn't receive the payments. I want to put a word called as pending. So right click on that column. Right click on the column and go for replace values. Or go to the home tab, select the column, go to home tab, there is replace values. Right click on the column, go to replace value, home tab, replace value. Both are same. You can use anything, and remember it is case sensitive. Capital letter, small letter should be correct. So replace value, null. Wherever we have null, NULL, all are small letters. Because here you can see all the nulls are small letters here. All the null has to be replaced with something like pending. I didn't receive the payment. The payment is still pending. Knowingly, unknowingly, I have typed a wrong spelling. Okay. How can I correct it? You have to go to the gear symbol settings, edit it now. Anytime on your life, you can come here and you can edit it. Okay? Done? Clear? As I told, initially it will be a challenge. Tomorrow evening, I believe you will be well versed on this power pivots and power queries. Power query basically. Can I see the screen in a bigger way, or I want to see the entire column? Control Shift plus to increase the zoom percentage of your power query. Control Shift plus. Control Shift minus to reduce the zoom percent. Control Shift plus. Easy to remember. Control Shift plus, Control Shift minus. Control Shift plus will increase. Control Shift minus will decrease. Control 0 for 100%. If you want the screen to be 100%, 100% format is Control 0. Control 0 is for 100%. Your screen should be in 100%. So Control Shift plus for increasing, Control Shift minus is for decreasing, Control 0 is for 100%. Yes. Until this, any questions, doubts, queries? Yes. Can I come back to power query after this? Yes, anytime you can come back to power query. எப்போ வேணாலும் இங்க power query க்கு வரலாம். But we are not going to come immediately. We are going to come after a few minutes later only. So, clear on this? Can I load this? Yes. ஆமா. லாஸ்டா நம்ம எப்போ இந்த ஃபைலை டவுன்லோட் பண்ணோம், எப்போ செலக்ட் பண்ணோம்ன்றது டேட்டா காமி. நான் இந்த ஃபைலை ஓப்பன் பண்ணது கடைசியாக வந்து அந்த இது கெட் டேட்டா போட்டு இங்கே கொண்டு வந்தது 2:33 PM தான் கடைசியாக கொண்டு வந்தோம். சப்போஸ் இனி க்ளோஸ் பண்ணி நாளைக்கு ஓப்பன் பண்ண காமிக்கும். எஸ்டர்டே 1 day before you have already used this. 10 days before, 1 year beforeலாம் நீங்கள் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. நமக்கு ஒரு ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு ரெஃபரன்ஸ்க்காக. நவ் அது பண்ண முடியாது சார். இங்கே பண்ண முடியும். Control Shift plus, Control Shift minus. Not Control zooming will not work here. Now I'm going to load the data. Please, this is another very important step. So you can load this data by 4 methods. First, you can load this data as a Excel table. இது ஒரு நார்மலான Excel table load பண்ணிக்கலாம். Simple to a normal Excel table. Second, you can load this table as a pivot table report. இதை நீங்க pivot table report load பண்ணிக்கலாம். Second. Third, you can load this table as a pivot chart. Chart load பண்ணிக்கலாம். Fourth one, you can load this as only connection. வெறும் connection மட்டும். So Excel table, you know that rows and columns, same thing what we are working from yesterday or you are worked so many times, rows and columns are table are loaded. Second one is pivot table, which we have created from the morning. Third one is pivot chart, which also we have created from the morning. Out of this, my suggestion is, if you are holding a large data, very data, lakhs and millions and billions and trillions, and you feel the data will get accumulated, I don't want others to disturb my data. My data is so precious. So I believe only connection is always better. Don't load the data in Excel. Excel cannot handle a bigger data. பெரிய data Excel handle பண்ணாது. So have the data only in Power Query. Power Query ல data வச்சுக்கங்க. But if you select only connection, how can I create a report? Morning, how we are creating a report? ஒரு table இருக்கு, table போயிட்டு insert pivot, we are creating a report. But only connection means there will be no table in Excel. Excel table இருக்காது. There will be no table in Excel, but how do we create a report? You have to see one more option also. Add this data. Add this data to data model. So if you are selecting only connection, you have to select this also. நீங்க only connection ஒரு option select பண்ணீங்கன்னா இந்த optionையும் select பண்ணணும். If you are selecting Excel table, no problem. There will be Excel table. If you are selecting pivot table, it will automatically create a pivot table. If you are creating a pivot chart, it will automatically create a pivot chart. So connection மட்டும் data model. So based on this, we are going to create a report. So you have to select this data model. But unknowingly, I selected it. தெரிஞ்சோ தெரியாமலோ I selected the Excel table. Can I revert it back? Anytime you can revert it back, no problem. But make it as a practice, make it as a habit. ஒரு habit-ஆவே மாத்திக்கங்க. Let's do that. Be careful. Let us do this for the first time. பண்ணும்போதே கரெக்டாக பண்ணினா it's very easy to understand. Go to Home tab. Don't straight away click on Close and Load. Don't straight away click on Close and Load. There is an arrow mark here. Go to the arrow mark. Close and load to. Close and load means straight away it will be loaded as an Excel table. And the first option, Excel table are loaded. Don't do that. Close and load to. Close and load to. Click on close and load to. Now 4 options are available. You have to tell me here what is the option I have to select. 4 option நான் என்ன select பண்ணணும்? Only create connection. Okay, கொடுத்துடலாமா? Add this data to the data model. Very good. Suppose unknowingly நான் தெரியாமல unknowingly I straight away clicked on okay. Online agreement மாதிரி படிக்கிறதே கிடையாது. அக்ரீன்னு கொடுத்துருவோம் இல்லையா? Most of the time. அந்த மாதிரி ஏதோ படிக்காமலே நீங்க ஓகேன்னு கொடுத்துட்டீங்க. No problem. We can change it also. That I will explain how to change it. Now I am selecting only create connection. Add this data model. If you forgot to select it, no problem. We can select it. That I will explain. Now say okay. That's it. Now we have cleaned up the data and we have created a connection for the data. But how do we create a report? How do we go back to Power Pivot, Power Query again? How to use Power Pivot? How to create a report from here? இதுக்கப்புறம் எப்படி ரிப்போர்ட் பண்றதா நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட் செஷன்ல பார்க்கலாம். Okay, very powerful drill downs. நிறைய concepts we are going to see after this. So as of now, please do save this file. Can I go back to Power Query now? Yes, you can go back. That also I will explain. Before that, we will save this file. File, normal Excel. It's a normal Excel file. Save as, browse, give a name and save it. Let me give the same name. Revenue analysis with PQ nu vechiran. For my reference, I am just saying revenue analysis with PQ. That is Power Query. So I am giving this name. You can give any name as per your wish. Neenga edavadhu or per kuduthunga. But I am giving a name called as revenue analysis with Power Query. So first time we have stepped into the next level. Excel விட அடுத்த லெவலுக்கு வந்திருக்கோம். இனிமேல் தான் the most important feature of reporting, drill down, நிறைய features பார்க்க வேண்டும். So இது வரைக்கும் one sheet தான், multiple sheets, multiple file also we are going to see. So saved it, minimize it, strategic timeout, break. I pause the video recording. Now we have using the Power Query, we have cleaned up the data and we have loaded the data. Now, can I go back to Power Query now? Something I have missed. Can I go back and I want to modify it now? Yes. And I forgot that instead of the loading as an Excel table or only connection, I selected Excel table. Can I modify it now? Yes. On the right hand side, query connection should be available. If you have closed this query connection, தெரிஞ்சோ தெரியாமலோ இந்த query connection close பண்ணிட்டீங்க. No problem. Go to the data tab. Under the data tab, query connection. If you go to the data tab and click on query connection. So click on query connection. The query connection will come back. Now, the loading, I didn't do it properly. So before that, I want to see how was my table. Table I want to know what is all the column, what are all the data available. Just to place the cursor over the table, you can see on the top, it shows the bill number, bill date, region, state, city. Your column names are displayed here. Scroll panni, the bottom you can scroll and you can check your columns. Preview of your, not the entire data set, you can check the preview of your columns. Right? Now, that loading part, I didn't do it properly. In the loading seriya patamutta. While loading, I didn't select that only connection, add data model. I forgot to do that. Can I do it now? No problem. Just go to the table, right click on the table, right click on the table. There is an option called as load to. Now you can see that load to is available here. Load to. Right click, load to. Click on that load to now. The same screen will appear. Here you can select instead of table, now we can put it as a only connection, or you can put it as add this data to the data model. Suppose you didn't do it properly there. While loading, I forgot to select this. Now I have another chance to do this. Right click on this and go to load to and select this only create connection, add this data model. Okay, right. Now, can I go back to Power Query? I want to modify something in a Power Query. There are 4 methods to go to Power Query. First method, you can go to the query connection, double click on it. Just to make a double click. When you make a double click, it lands to Power Query again. Power Query. Now it's going to Power Query. Suppose you forgot to make some changes and you can do all the changes and you can close it. But unfortunately, the home tab by close and load. Close and load to will appear only once. First time you load pantingna, then this load to may not appear second time. First time second time this load to may not appear here. So you can only close and load. Or you can close it straight away here. Straight away you can close it. One method, double click and go to Power Query. Second method, right click, edit. That's the second method to go to Power Query. Right click, edit, double click, Power Query. Third method, data, get data, launch Power Query editor. So go to data, go to get data. Under get data also you can see that launch Power Query editor, the third method. So whichever the method is convenient, you can use any one of this method. Okay. Or fourth method, shortcut key. Alt F12 is the shortcut key for launching Power Query editor. Okay. Alt F12. So I can close it now. Right. Now you can ask me, I want to create a report. Now in the table based on this table, I want to create some reports. How can I create a report? From the morning, how we have created a report is place the cursor on the table, go to insert, pivot, we have created. But there is no table. Table illiye. How can I create a report? Before that, I recommend to close this query connection. Why I am recommending to close the query connection is normally you know that when you create a pivot table, the pivot table tools will appear here. The columns, rows appear. So that may override this. I am temporarily closing this. If I am overriding also, you can select it. But without confusion, I am closing this query connection. Now, how can I insert a pivot table? I want to insert a pivot table or a chart. There is no table available. Table illi Excel. How can I do that? Very simple. Go to insert. Go to the arrow mark of the pivot table. First time, you can see one option is activated here. Modal Muraya or option activate option. Data model. Very good. Earlier, this option would have not been activated. Modal Muraya, first time this option has been activated. Insert the pivot table from data model. And where you want this pivot table, new sheet or existing sheet, that's your wish. New sheet la podunga illa existing sheet la kuda pannu. Your wish. Let us say existing sheet or new sheet, it's your wish. Okay. Yes. Now you can notice revenue is my sheet name. Under the sheet name, all the column names are available here. All column naming vandiruppa. Now for example, insert, place the cursor on empty cell, insert pivot from data model. Click on the arrow mark from data model. Click on data model. It will ask where you want the report, new sheet or existing sheet. That's your wish. Say OK. Now you will get this pivot table. You will get the column names here. All the column names are displayed here. Revenue. Now let's sample. I will create a sample report. Customer type wise. Let us put the customer type into rows. And maybe net profit into sigma. Yes. We got a report. No data, no table, illa, data illa, edume illa, but we have created a report. The data is still residing in Power Query. Power Query is the data. We have made a connection and we have created a report. So, insert, pivot from data model. How can I create a chart? Either based panni chart variyadanda okay. Straight away you can go to Alt F1, pivot table, analyze, you can create it. But I want to create some other chart. Maybe region wise, what is the sum of net profit? I want to create some other chart. Some other chart. So don't place the cursor on the table. Place the cursor outside the table somewhere else. On the pivot table to where the cursor being it. Don't place the cursor on the table. Place somewhere else. Insert. Pivot chart. Pivot chart. Insert. Pivot chart, pivot chart. Go to insert, pivot chart, click on pivot chart. It automatically selects use this workbook data model. Adhive select pannichu parunga. Use workbook data model. At least Power Pivot you have to select the data model. Neenga pivot table பண்ணும்போது என்ன பண்ணீங்க? When you inserted a pivot table from data model manually பண்ணு. But while creating insert pivot chart, it automatically shows me use this workbook data model. That's all. You have to say OK here. Where you want the report? New sheet, existing sheet. Your wish. OK. Now let us drag that region. For example, region wise. So let me put the region into access and net profit into sigma. So region wise, we got what is our net profit. Over region, number net profit. What is our net profit? No data, no table. This will handle a bigger data. 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 1 million, 2 million. Evlo periya data vandana handle pannom. It will handle a very bigger data also. But idukapra innoru mukkiyama another very important feature. Done. Just now we have seen that. Go to data. The query connection should be on. Click on query connection. It is already on. Right click on that table. Go to load to. Now you can change whatever you want. Only connection, add this data. Right click on the query connection. Load to. If you unknowingly selected table, make it as only connection, add data model. Instead of this, what do you want to change?
Any corrections in the customer type or something, can we make the changes in the source data?
Make change there. Come to this. Go to pivot table analyze or go to data. Refresh it. If you make some changes in your Excel table and refresh it, it will get updated here. No, what do you want to do, sir?
You want to OEM, we want to change OEM and distributor.
All OEM to distributor. You want to change it here or you want to change it in your source table?
Source table.
Before that, better to close this, but I want to explain some other concept. Say, okay, we'll do that. I'll save this and I close this file because two files cannot be opened at a time. It may throw an error.
In case you want one more customer type.
That also you can do it. Let me first what you said. I will open the original file, but there are some empty spaces. You have to be careful on it. Select that entire customer column. Control H. What do you want to do, sir? OEM. You have to make it as.
Some any characters, for example, the first line item should be a direct customer instead of the retailer. Mistakenly put a
But how do we know that it is updated there?
after the validation or time of validation or this kind of feature.
No, you want to make instead of retailer, you want to make it as distributor.
Make any characters, we give characters here only.
Correct.
Then we need to redo the all process again.
Refresh it. Don't do the process again. Refresh your data. Modify here and refresh it there, sir. This will work in normal Excel table also. Original table, do all the changes, refresh it on your pivot table, it will get updated. But here, one more advantage is, we'll add some data, we'll modify some data and we'll do that. Kandipa Mato, we'll do that. But before that, now when I open this revenue analysis with Power Query, as he told, whenever you modify, whenever you add some new data, it will get updated. We'll check that also. How to add the data, how to refresh it. But in Power Query, we have one more advantage. Go to data, go to query connection. Data, click on query connection. One is if you have modified the data, you have to come here and refresh it. Another method is right click on this revenue table. Right click on the revenue table. Go to the properties. Click on the properties here. I click on the properties. Under properties, you can see there is an option available. Refresh every 60 minutes. So I can check this. I don't want to refresh it every 60 minutes. My data will flow every 10 minutes. 10 minutes go to the data. I think that's very rare, but still. So you can change it here as 10 minutes. So even you don't need to refresh, it will get refreshed automatically every 10 minutes. 10 minutes go to the refresh. Refresh it's not required for us to get refreshed. It will refresh it automatically. And there is one more option here. Enable fast load. What this will do is, suppose I have, how many rows I have here is, I have 2067 rows. Now assume that I am adding 10 rows. 10 rows has been added. Only the 10 rows has to be refreshed. Then you can select this enable fast load. The enable fast load last 10 rows add pannirken. Only 2067 plus 10 rows, 2077 will get updated here. Okay. But if I uncheck this enable fast load, it will refresh all the 2777 rows. All row won't get updated. Suppose I may make some changes in my old data also. Old data alone modify pannuven. Appadina, then don't select this. But this will slow down your system speed. Suppose I have 5 lakh rows, 5 lakh rows will get refreshed. But if I enable this, only the recently last added rows will get refreshed. Pudusa add panna row mattunda refresh. Okay. Understood the difference of this enabling the fast load and unchecking that fast load? Purida? What is the usage of it? We'll add the data and we'll check what is happening. Before that, I want to say something, some other concept, then we'll do that. So how do we create a report here? Very simple. Place the cursor on some empty cell. If you want to create a report, go to insert, go to pivot from data model. How do we create a chart? Go to insert, pivot chart and create a chart. Okay. Don't create multiple chart. Don't flood with charts. I have seen a report open or 10 chart. Don't do it. Create one chart and display everything in one chart. One chart le ellathiyum display pannalam. For example, let me take this table. How can I see the table is? Go to query connection and I place the cursor here. I have a table, build number, build date, region, state, city. Let me take these three things. State, region, city. So I want to create a report for state wise, I want to create a report for city wise, I want to create a report for region wise. Don't create 3 reports. Create one report and bring all the 3 in one chart. எல்லாத்தையும் ஒரே சார்ட்ல எப்படி கொண்டு வரும் அதுதான் நம்ம பார்க்கணும். That's what we are going to do now. Tell me the hierarchy, which can be the first one, which can be the second one, which can be the third one. Hierarchy wise எது ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல வச்சா நல்லா இருக்கும், எது செகண்ட், எது தேர்ட்? Region, state, city. Very good, super. Suppose if you have country on first, then region, then state, city. So it's in the same order. அதே ஆர்டர் தான் இங்க இருக்கு. So let us follow that. For the first time we are going to use power pivot. முதல் முறையாக power pivot யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம். Where is that power pivot? You have to activate that power pivot. First time life la first time you have to activate it, next time it will get activated automatically. File, go to file, options, go to file, options, file, options, add-ins, go to file, options, add-ins, Excel add-ins. No, instead of Excel add-ins, click on the arrow mark of this com add-ins. Go to file, file, options, add-ins. Under add-ins, click on the arrow mark of the add-ins, com add-ins. File, options, add-ins, com add-ins. After selecting com add-ins, click on go. File la போயிடுங்க, optionsல போயிட்டு add-ins. Under add-ins, click on the arrow mark. After the arrow mark, click on go. Com add-ins. Under com add-ins, click on go. After clicking on go ன்னு கொடுத்த அப்புறம் next step, I think you can tell me what could be my next step. Com add-ins, go. What is my next step after clicking on go? Yes. Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. Ticket. இது ஒரு tick பண்ணி okay. That's all. Now if you select it, from now it's available permanently on your system. இதுக்கப்புறம் அது permanent. No need for re-enable it every time. So enable this Power Pivot for Excel. Okay. Okay. File, options, file, click on options, add-ins, click on arrow mark, com add-ins. Click on com add-ins, go. Add-ins, com add-ins, go. When I click on go, you have to enable this Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel, and I say okay. Okay and கொடுத்தோம்னா some changes would have happened. You have to tell me what is the change. ஏதோ change நடந்திருக்கு, என்ன change? Power Pivot னு ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் வந்திருக்கு. Very good. So everyone has got this. Power Pivot எல்லாருக்கும் வந்துச்சா? Yes. Now for the first time we are going to use this Power Pivot. Actually, Power Pivot we are going to use it only for 2 times. This is the first time. Second time we are going to use it tomorrow. So go to Power Pivot, manage. Click on Power Pivot, manage. I think it's very easy, very simple. So let us go to Power Pivot, manage. I click on manage. It's going to Power Pivot now. இது தனி சாஃப்ட்வேர்லாம் கிடையாது. It's not a separate software. It's inbuilt along with Microsoft Excel. But Power Pivot, parallelly you can work on Excel also, no problem. So let me go to Power Pivot. So click on manage, Power Pivot, click on manage, diagram view, diagram view, home, diagram view. Click on that diagram view. Come to Power Pivot. After coming to Power Pivot, home, diagram. Come to the home tab. Under home tab, you have to click on diagram view. So click on that diagram view. Now that table, what are all the columns? Bill number, bill date, region, state, city, payment mode, customer type, all the column. Increase the height of the table, all the column names are displayed here. All the column names are displayed. Okay. Home. Yes. Have you activate Power Pivot first? Activate பண்ணீங்களா? It's available in the oldest version of it. Right. After landing to power pivot, you know what is your first level? My first level is region, correct? This is my first level. So எது first level நீங்க decide பண்றீங்களோ அதுக்கு மேல cursor வச்சு I want region first, then state, then city. So right click on that region. Right click on that region because that's the first level. Create hierarchy. Right click on the region. Create hierarchy. எது first level வரணுமோ அதுல வச்சு right click பண்ணு. Which you want it as the first level. Right click on it. Create hierarchy. So I right click. Create hierarchy. And it's asking what is the name of the hierarchy. Hierarchy 1. When you create a sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, book 1, book 2, book 3, hierarchy 1, hierarchy 2, hierarchy 3, you can rename it. Just go there and type the name, right click, rename. I will give a name, region hierarchy. Now region hierarchy in ஒரு பேர் வச்சு. You can give any name. If you forgot to give the name also, right click and you can rename that hierarchy, or click பண்ணி you can just double click and you can rename that hierarchy. Double click பண்ணி கூட you can rename it. Right click and rename the hierarchy. So I have given a name called as region hierarchy. This is your wish. You can give any name. So first region, right click, create hierarchy, or hierarchy create hierarchy. Now below the region, I want state. So two things. If you are using mouse, drag that state and bring it on top of that region name. And the region name நேரா கொண்டு வந்து வச்சிருங்க. It automatically goes below this region. And the state name below the region கீழே, below the region, under the region, the state will go below that. So mouse use பண்றதா, right? Drag and drop. But I am not comfortable in dragging and dropping. Right click, add to hierarchy. So both the methods, right click, add to hierarchy, region hierarchy. அப்படியும் பண்ணலாம். Drag it and bring it to the name of that region hierarchy. And the region oda name la vi cursor vechi. Yes. Now below the region we got state. City. Right click. Add to hierarchy. Region hierarchy. So either you can make a right click and you can add it, or drag and drop you can add it. Both are same. Both are same. So now I have created a hierarchy. Region. Okay. Done. Now what is the advantage and what is the use and what is the purpose? That's all in power pivot. As of now, that's all. Nothing to be done in power pivot. You can straight away close this. Close it. Not required to save it also. Close it. I close this. Let us come to a new sheet because I don't want to disturb the sheet. I'll go to the new sheet. I want to insert a chart now. Let us insert a chart. I close this query connection because it may disturb my pivot table data. That's why I'm closing it. So I have inserted a fresh new sheet. Pudu sheet la I'm going to insert a chart. Insert pivot table. You can insert a table also, but chart looks good. That's why I'm using chart. Insert pivot chart. Pivot chart. Insert pivot chart. Pivot chart. And where you want the pivot chart, existing sheet or new sheet, your wish. I'll put it into existing sheet. Okay. Now this region table, revenue table is available here. Expand it. adala under this the hierarchy which you have created, the hierarchy which I have created is available here. This is the hierarchy which I have created. I don't know what is the name you have given. நீங்க என்ன நேம் கொடுத்தீங்களோ அந்த நேம் வரும். Hierarchy 1, region hierarchy. This hierarchy which I have created, put it into the access area, row area. This hierarchy drag and drop to the region area. More fields. What do you want? Sum of bill number, sum of the net profit, sum of total amount, anything. Net profit use பண்றேன். Let us bring the net profit to the sigma. So region wise we got sum of net profit, but you can ask me what is the advantage, what is the purpose? இதே தானே, same thing I did it in last exercise also. Region wise I got the net profit. Now after creating a hierarchy, I have dragged that hierarchy to the x-axis and sigma net profit. But what is the advantage? What is the purpose here? Just watch here. Now east, north, south, west. Let me go to the south region. I'll go to the south region. Overall report, this is okay. But now I want to show this report only for the south region head. The south region head wants to see the report for south region. Double click on that south region. Just to make a double click. Yes. Under south region, what are all the state-wise report? Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Double click on Tamil Nadu. You will get under Tamil Nadu, what are all the city-wise report. This is impossible in a normal chart. You cannot create 3 charts for this. Even if you create 3 charts also, you will not get it like this. Now, can I come back? We have gone down from region, state, city. I want to come up. So go to pivot chart, analyze, drill upwards. You have to climb up now. If the drill up is graded out, deactivated. This activator, no? Activate ஆகலனா என்ன அர்த்தம்? Your cursor is outside somewhere else here. வேற எங்கே வெளில இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். So click on the chart 1 time or 2 time. Click on the chart. Now the drill up is activated. Drill up comes to the first one. Now my north region data, I double click on north region. Under north region, what are all the state wise? Double click on the state, you will get city wise. Drill up. So very simply, easily you can present your data. Drill up. But still it's not over. South region head is asking for south region report. I double click and you can see the state wise. If I take a double click on state wise, you will get city wise. Now overall person wants to know entire report. Someone wants to know. I want to know all the region wise, all the state wise, all the region, not particular region, particular state. They want to know all the region state. You can see there is a plus symbol on this chart. Expand it. Now you will get region wise, below the region, each state wise. East region, what are all the states? North region, what are all the states? South region, what are all the states? Another plus symbol, region wise, state wise, city wise. So east region, what are all the states? Under states, what are all the cities? Same like south region, state wise and city wise. Minus to come back. So one chart you can display everything, which is literally impossible in a normal charts. Can I add one more now? For example, I double click on south, I am getting state wise. I double click on state, I am getting city wise. Under city wise, can I get the customer type wise? Or can I get the payment method wise? Yes. Drill up. How do or where do we create the hierarchy? In hierarchy, enga create pannom? Or where do we created this hierarchy? Enga poi pannom? Power pivot, then manage, then Power pivot, manage, then diagram view. Very good. Now, whichever you want, payment mode or customer type. For example, under city, I want to know the customer type. Under the city, customer type wise report also. So, drag the customer type below the region. Like this, you can add anything. Below the customer type, I want payment method wise. Like this, you can add anything. That's all. Do you have to create a report again? Not required. திரும்ப நீங்க report create பண்ணமா? No. Close it. Now double click on South region. Under South region I am getting state wise. Double click on state. I am getting city wise. Double click on city. You will get customer type wise also. So திரும்ப போய் report create பண்ணனும் அவசியம் இல்ல. Create it once. All your report will get updated automatically. So one chart you can display everything. Or if you feel double clicking and drilling up is very tough, you can make a right click also. Right click, drill up and drill down is available. Drill up and drill down. Right click, drill up, right click, drill up, drill down. Double clicking is very tough, means you can make a right click and drill up and drill down also. So one chart we can display everything. எல்லாத்தையும் ஒரே சார்ட்லயே நீங்க டிஸ்ப்ளே பண்ணலாம். Sir? After? Oh, you didn't create a chart itself. Sir? I will come to that. Region identity, even reason, not region. Reason is easy to accept. Now it's more trees, more expanding. Which order you want? Net profit, net profit, amount, rate. Listen, what is it? Data. Okay, done? Yes. As I indicated, we are working with only one file today. Tomorrow we are going to see multiple file, multiple sheets. Before this, I will close this Excel, Control S for saving, Control W for closing. Please close that file. Please close that file because I don't want that file. I want to open a new file. Before opening a new file, what I want you to try is there is one more table available, the same sheet, same folder. Already we used that revenue analysis. There is one more table, expense ledger. When you go to that expense ledger, there are some columns: bill number, bill date, department, business unit, location, expense category, payment mode, vendor type, amount, discount, total. There is a table available here. Same like there are some empty rows, empty cells in payment mode. There are some empty rows in between. After every 400 or 500 rows, there are some empty cells. Now, let me close this file also. Just for checking, I have opened this file. The file is open பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டேன். Open a fresh new file. I closed that file. Open a fresh new file. Now, what are you going to do is, this is what you are going to do. Get the data from that file. You have to get the data. Get and transform the data from file 08. The file name is 08 expense ledger. Get it and transform it. And the file நீங்க get பண்ணனும், transform. Remove all the empty rows. If there is a empty row, remove it. Promote the heading. The heading means promote the heading. Whatever we have learnt just now, you are going to implement it again. Empty columns. Remove the empty columns. Choose the empty columns and remove the empty columns. Replace the value payment mode. Wherever the payment mode is null, replace it with UPI. After doing everything, close and load it. If you follow the question, I think straight away in the question of follow point, you can finish this task. Try. Just to try. Get the data, transform the data from the file called as 08 expense ledger. 06, sorry. The file name 06. Sorry. 06. Yes. Get and transform the data from the file called as 06 expense ledger. After transforming the data, remove all the empty rows. Promote the heading and if required, promote the heading. Choose column, remove the unwanted columns. Replace wherever the payment mode is null. Wherever the payment mode is null, replace it with UPI, then close and load. Open a fresh new file and do this. Pudu file open money and the Pudu file. Open a fresh new file. Done. Place the cursor there. Where I see Super. Very good. Wishing முடிகிறது மாதிரி answer. Please study. Get and transform the data. When you transform in the data, remove the empty columns, empty rows, choose column, remove the unwanted columns, wherever you see it, replace. Yes, further we get this place to consider over the thing. Other racing. Yes, the consumption. The racing. Other racing. Close this file first. First you see data, get data from file, from Excel output, select the file. Replace values. Excel says then select it. After this, transform data. Transform data. Then remove remove the blank rows. Then next is amount the heading. Why did you do Next one. Promote heading. Next step. Choose column. Remove the unwanted column. Remove the empty rows. Okay. Let me do this. I think most of you has did it. I told you to open a new file and do this. Let me open a new file. Data, get data, from file, from Excel workbook. Expense ledger is my file name. Import. Then after this, select that file and go for transform data. So it goes to Power Query. First thing what they asked is remove all the empty rows. What is the best method for removing the empty rows is Home tab, remove rows, remove blank rows. Done. All the blank rows was removed. Now this bill number should be the heading. Bill date should be the heading. Department should be the heading. Business unit should be the heading. Click on the arrow mark here. Then use first row as the header. Check whether your column is right. Bill number, bill date, department name, business unit, heading, number, text, everything is correct. Then there are so many 3 or 4 empty columns. Column 12, column 13, column 14. I want to remove this unwanted column. Choose column. Home tab, the question lay answer in the actually. Using choose column, remove the unwanted columns. So let us go to the home tab, choose columns, that unwanted column 12, 13, 12, 13, 14. The last one. Wherever the payment mode is null, it has to be replaced with UPI. Right click on that payment mode, then Go to replace value, null, null, null has to be replaced with UPI. Okay. Then go to close and load to. What has to be selected here? Only create connection, add this data to data model. Okay. If you forgot to select that only create connection, if you forgot to add data model, what can I do now? Right click, then load to. Now you can select it. Only create connection, add data model. Nothing new. Whatever we did, we have practiced it one more time. Nariya party will do so many parties by today, tomorrow evening. File, save as. I'll give a name for this. Browse. And let us give the same name. Expense ledger with the Power Query. So I'll give the same name, expense ledger with the Power Query. Now, the next task which you are going to do is this part you did it. Get transform, remove the empty rows, promoted the heading, choose the empty columns, choose the wanted columns, replace value, close and load, select only connection, add this data model. That part you did it. Now you have to create a hierarchy. The hierarchy name is operational hierarchy. Last session you created the region hierarchy. Now operational hierarchy, location, below location, business unit, below business unit, department. My report should appear like this. Coimbatore double click panana, now it has to go to industrial valve. Under industrial valve, if you make a double click, it should go to the next level. Right side the video is there, how it's showing. But if I select a particular location, under that particular location, what are all the business unit? Under business unit, what are all the departments? Then drill up, drill up, drill up. First create a hierarchy, then create a chart. Model hierarchy create from. After creating the hierarchy, you have to create a chart. Few minutes back only you have created a hierarchy. Region, state, city. Same like create another hierarchy. Location, business unit, department. Location, business unit, department.
Sir,
No, it is great, sir. Double U. Double U. Right click. Then create a chart. Create the sum of total. Total, not sum. Okay. Go to Power Pivot, create a hierarchy. And double click, sir. Just make a double click.
Go to manage. Diagram view. Decrease the height. First is location. The right click on the location. Create hierarchy. Below that, you have to put the business screen. Below that, divide. Yes. Okay. Maybe. Let me do this. Go to Power Pivot, Manage, Diagram View, Location. Right click on that location. Go to Create Hierarchy. What is the name of hierarchy? Is Operational Hierarchy. So I have given a name.
First location. What is the next one? Location kira? Business unit. Drag the business unit to below location or place it here. Next one is department. I'll bring the department here. That's all. Now close this power pivot. Insert pivot chart. Pivot chart. Okay. I'll close this connection. Now let us drag the operational hierarchy to the axis. Then the total amount to sigma. Double click on that location, business unit. Double click on the business unit. You will get the department also. Maybe the last and final task today is create another hierarchy. இன்னொரு hierarchy create பண்ணுங்க. Vendor type கீழே expense category கீழே payment mode and create a table. chart இல்லை, எனக்கு table வரும். இந்த மாதிரி table வரும். It's not a chart, it should be a table. Create a hierarchy. Vendor type, below vendor type, expense category, below expense category, payment mode. And then based on that, create a chart. அதை பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கு பேஸா வச்சுக்கிட்டு ஒரு டேபிள், நாட் சார்ட். கிரியேட் அ டேபிள். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ப்ளஸ் போட்டுனா எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் பண்ணலாம், இல்லை டபுள் கிளிக் பண்ணி எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் பண்ணலாம். எஸ். Vendor type, expense category, payment. Create a table, not chart. Create a table. Sir. Create a header, don't create a new table. Same table. Don't create a new, same thing here, create a header. புது header, என்ன பண்ணது புது header. Create new header. எதுவும் create பண்ணவே கொடுத்தீங்க. Vendor type right click பண்ணுங்க. Same process. Diagram. Create the first one and right click on the type. Create header key. Below right hand type, expense category. Okay. Same process. Power pivot, manage, go to power pivot, manage, diagram view. Sorry, what is my first level? Sir, this is first level hierarchy. Vendor type. Vendor type, right click, create a hierarchy. So what is the hierarchy name? Payment classification. Payment classification is the name of that hierarchy. So first is vendor type. Second one, expense. Drag here or right click, add to payment classification. Right click panala, drag and drop panala. Close this. Let me insert a table now. Insert pivot table from data model. Okay. Let me bring the payment classification into rows. Total amount into sigma. You can double click and check it, or you can expand it also. For example, I want to see the under inspection agency. I want to know the next level. You can make a double click here also. Double click. Below the expense agency, we are getting this. Under this, I will make a double click. Payment type wise. So you can double click it. But how can I go up? Right click. Drill up. Drill up. Right click. Drill up. Drill up. Or you can expand it and check it also. When I expand the inspection agency, it shows heat treatment, inspection charges, logistic. Under heat treatment, check NEFT RTGS. So, multi-levels. You can create a chart, you can create a report like this also. As I indicated, today we started with only one file. Tomorrow, multiple sheets, multiple files. For example, exercise number 7, 8, 9. When I open 9 admin operation, we have 4 sheets. How to combine all the 4 sheets and how to create a report without writing formulas, functions, no formulas, no functions. Tomorrow when I add the data, it should get updated automatically. So multiple 5 sheets, how to consolidate. We have a folder. Under that folder, below this folder, there are some files. This file, how to consolidate it. Non-identical files, how to write a lookup at a next level, multi-lookup, array lookup, nested lookups, no formulas, functions. We are going to do this. I think we have completed only till 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are going to see tomorrow. Okay. All the important feature of Power Queries, Power Pivots, we are going to see tomorrow. So I'm saving this file. I'm closing this file. As I indicated, morning video is already uploaded in the channel.